Harry. Pops. I've been wanting to do this show since 2020, and it was one of my COVID shows. It's the best of like Harry Potter and that fantasy world that I love, but the themes of loyalty and friendship and love are so strong that even if it didn't have the kind of Harry Potter parody component, the themes stand on their own, and I just absolutely love the show.
I think the hardest part was getting all the cues down, really, because it was like over 700 cues I had to call individually between projections, lights, and sound.
My name is Dalton Howery, and I played the character of Wayne Hawkins.
My name is Chris Torres. I played 7 different characters in PUFFS. I played Zach Smith, I played J. Finch Fletchley.
Hello, my name is Jasenia Rivera, and I played Leanne.
I played Uncle Dave, I played Neville.
Hello, I'm Cole Flores. I play the narrator in PUFFS.
Goyle.
My name is Bailey Blankenship, and I played Megan Jones.
I'm starting to blank out on the rest.
My favorite scene would probably have to be our field trip scene.
The field trip scene, which is where we get butter buzzed.
The field trip scene.
The field trip scene, because I'm in the end of it.
When they all went on the field trip.
The butterbeer scene, I just thought it was so much fun.
The comedic timing was perfect.
Oh my god, you're 13 and you're drinking.
And that was a really hard one to get the timing right on. So I always watch that just to make sure it's good.
Going like through emotions because everybody was laughing.
Having it always pull up to them getting increasingly drunk as it goes on.
Parts where they were like all sad.
That was a really fun scene.
And then it goes back to being like laughing because we were just like so bubbly.
Oh my god, everyone was so amazing. The people who like impressed me so much, like I'm like, oh my god, they want to make me be better. I would say is Chris, Julian, and Angie, who was doing tech backstage with me.
One of my favorite lines is probably the imaginary line. When I'd go out and I'd be like, they asked me, oh, has anyone asked you to the dance? And I was like, just my imaginary friend, J. Finch Fletchley. But I said no, because he's imaginary. And I just think it was so funny because from the corner of my eye, I can see him from the back pop up with the flowers. And so like, to like be so serious in that scene was kind of, I don't know, I just thought it was so funny.
There was a point where I had to change from J. Finch to Mr. Bagman to Victor to Neville to J. Finch again in the span of like 2.5 minutes. And figuring out all those quick changes and who's gonna help me with that and where clothes are gonna be and everything. I think that was the biggest challenge.
For Megan, she was more like the goth rebellious girl, and she kind of had to accept the fact at the end that she wasn't Puff. So honestly, just, I think like maybe in high school I didn't fit in with a lot of people because of my town was so small. So just kind of connecting with that part, like feeling like she doesn't fit in, but then eventually finding her people, and my people was theater.
It was really fast paced, so we're like constantly running and moving backstage, so that was a really big aspect to get used to that like took a while. But once we got that together, it all started moving very smoothly.
Voldy's appearance during the beginning of year 6, when he first appears with his death buddies, because the lightning effects were like, honestly, just the best. Those effects were probably some of my favorite.
I always look at the Voldy scene in year 7 when he goes into the audience because it's such a freaky scene, and it's just really fun to see the audience surprised because he's behind them and he has this huge megaphone and it cracks me up. Like, it's so funny. I love to be part of the audience to give them applause at curtain call because they all are working so hard for 2 hours. It's just non-stop.